Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Learn Property Valuation with Dr. T. If you are studying property valuation, you have almost certainly heard of the Parry table. So this is a book that contains all pre-calculated factors you need for the income method of valuation. So it includes tables on the amount of 1 naira, the present value of 1 naira, the amount of 1 naira per annum, the annual sinking fund, the year's purchase for various terms and yields, the year's purchase in perpetuity, dual rate factors, tax adjusted factors, and others. Now, some students actually own this book or have access to it, but they do not actually know how to navigate it. They cannot find the right table, they read the wrong column, they confuse the single rate table with the dual rate table, or they do not know which page to turn to when a question gives them a sinking fund rate and a tax rate. In this episode, I'm going to sit with you and go through the book table by table. I will show you how to locate each function, how to read the columns and rows correctly, and how to extract the exact figure you need for any valuation calculation. By the end of this episode, Paris will feel like a familiar tool rather than an intimidating reference. So if it helps you, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Tell me in the comments which specific table or calculation you find most confusing, and I will make a dedicated episode on it. Thank you, and let's begin. When using the Paris table, the first thing you want to do is to accustom yourself with the contents page. That just makes your work easy. So the contents page shows you the exact page where you find every table you're looking for. So instead of just blindly flipping through the book, you can just check on the contents pages to know where exactly you're going. And as you can see, the contents page has been subsectioned into different categories. So we have the tables without allowance for tax, we have the metric conversion tables, we have tables with allowance for tax, and then we have the years purchase for life. So depending on which of the ones you want to use, you can just check for the page on the contents um, table. So now let's go into how to practically use it. So the first question we're going to look at is an amount of 1 naira question. And this question here says, what is the amount of 1 naira at 6% per annum compound interest rate for 5 years? So as I said, first thing you want to do is to go and check on your content table. Where do you find the table for amount of 1 naira, right? And we can see that the amount of 1 naira table is on page 123. Our question says that we are looking for 6% uh, for 5 years. Now, one thing about using the Paris table is um, the tables come in columns and in rows, right? The vertical line represents the number of years, right? So if you see on the first line on your left says years, and on the first page you see years 1 to 50, and then on the next page years 51 to 100. And then the horizontal line, you see the topmost horizontal line there, you see it says rate percent, and then right under it you see those numbers. So those numbers that you see right under that rate percent are the different rates. So when using the table, it's usually advisable to find your rate percent first before you start to check for your years, because your years will probably be on either that first page or the next page, but your rate percent may not be on the first page you land on. So it's always advisable to first find your rate percent before you go ahead to check for your year. So for the question that we want to do now, the question says that we're looking for 6% for 5 years. So first thing we do is to find the 6%, right? And then we trace it down to where 5 years is. Now at the intersection between the rate and the years, that's where we find our answer. So in this case, the answer is 1.3382, right? So always look for that point where the year and the rate intersect, and then you find your answer. The next question says, what is the present value of 1 naira receivable in 5 years at a discount rate of 6% per annum? Right? So once again, let's go to the content page to check out where do we find the present value of 1 naira table. And from our content page here, it shows us that we find the present value of £1. So each time I say 1 naira, know that I'm referring to pound on the table. But like I said, we're working in Nigeria, so we're using naira. So on this table, it says that the present value of 1 naira is on page 89. And this is page 89, as you can see, the beginning of that section. So because our question says 6% for 5 years, we now, like I said before, flip down to where 6% is. We can find that on page 96, and then we trace it down to 5 years, and that intersection gives us our answer. So on this it says 0.7472582. When you're working with it, you can round it up to whatever number of decimal places you are using to come up with your answer. Now, as you can see, if you've watched our previous videos, and if you have not, please refer to them. Then the answer for the amount of 1 naira is always greater than 1, and the answer for the present value of 1 naira is always less than 1. So you can see that everything on this page is less than 1. All right. So let's quickly move to the next question that says, what is the amount of 1 naira per annum at 6% for 5 years? I'm not going to dwell on the difference between all these things because they are, like I said, there are videos that speak to all of that. You can refer to them if it looks confusing. But then, once again, we move to our content page to see where we can find the table for amount of 1 naira. And it shows us here that the amount of 1 naira table can be found on amount of 1 naira per annum. I'm sorry, there's a difference between amount of 1 naira and amount of 1 naira per annum. So the amount of 1 naira per annum table can be found on page 141. Okay, so that is this right here, page 141. Okay, so now looking at our question, okay, it says amount of 1 naira per annum at 6% for 5 years. So once again, we're going to flip to the part of the table that shows 6%. Okay, and we can see that on page 150. And then we trace it from that 6% down to 5 years, and it gives us 5.6371. Right. So you can see that it's the table is actually very easy to use once you get used to it. So the next question says, what is the annual sinking fund to replace 1 naira in 5 years at an accumulative rate of 3% per annum? So as usual, we go to content page to check where the annual sinking fund table is. And that tells us that our annual sinking fund is on page 111. Page 111. So for our question, we're looking for 3% for 5 years. We'll find that on page 112, and tracing the rate down to the number of years, our answer is 0.1883546. Okay. Once again, please refer to earlier videos for explanations of what the annual sinking fund is, just in case you've forgotten or you are confused. Next question says, what is the year's purchase for 5 years at 8% per annum? If you're familiar with valuation and with my videos, you know that what this question is asking you is the YP single rate, right? So once again, we're going to the content page to check where do we find the YP single rate. And the content page tells us that we can find that on page 39, right? Which is this page. Remember that the YP single rate is also known as the present value of 1 naira per annum. So flipping to where we have 8%, which is on page 46, we trace 8% down to 5 years, and it gives us 3.9927. So that's our answer for that. And the next question says, what is the year's purchase in perpetuity at 7% per annum? Once again, please refer to videos for explanation of YP in perp. But unlike all the other questions, the YP in perpetuity does not have a number of years because it's in perpetuity, right? It's not bound by time. So let's go to the content table again to check for where the table is. And the contents page tells us that it is on page 35. So this is the YP in perpetuity table. So we flip to the next page, and you'll find out that on the next page, unlike the other tables, this table does not have the years on the column, the first column, and that's because, like I said, the YP in perpetuity is not bound by time, so there are no years. So now that's why the rates are moved to that column. Instead, on the rows, what we have is annually in arrears and quarterly in advance. But because we're dealing with years, we're going to fixate on the annually in arrears table. So basically, we move down the rates column to where 7% is and trace it to the annually in arrears column. And that gives us 14.8148. The next question says, what is the YP dual rate for 5 years at 8% remunerative and 3% accumulative? Right? So obviously this is a YP dual rates question. So once again, we're going to move to the contents page to see where we can find the YP dual rates table. And this tells us that it is on page 53. So this is the YP dual rates. Now for the YP dual rates, there are two rates. Um, so basically, how the pages are arranged is that for the sinking fund is usually a fixed rate at the top right corner of your page, right? And as you can see here, it will run from between 2.5 to 4%. So that means that there's a fixed table for 2.5%, there's a fixed table for 3%, there's a fixed table for 3.5%, there's a fixed table for 4%. So our question now says that our rates are 8% and 3%. So that means that what we're going to look for is the table that has the fixed sinking fund rate for 3% at the top right corner of the page. And here we find it on page 62. This is also considering that we have already checked for the appropriate remunerative rate, which in the case of our question is 8%. So always check when you're doing with the dual rates, always check the top right corner of the page to make sure that you have the right sinking fund before you start looking for your rate percent, which is in this case is your remunerative rate. And then also make sure that you are looking at the top left corner of your page to see that there is no income tax. Remember that the question we have said nothing about tax. So make sure there is no income tax, because subsequently we are going to do the ones that have tax. Okay, so this is sinking fund 3%. Then we go to the rate percent, which is, in this case is a remunerative rate. We look for 8%, and then we drag it down to 5 years, right? And the intersection between 8% and 5 years is 3.7264. So that gives us our answer, 3.7264. Next question says, what is the year purchased in perpetuity deferred 5 years at 8% per annum? So unlike the YP in perp, this one has a number of years because it is deferred for 5 years. Once again, refer to earlier videos for explanation of all this. So we once again go to the content table to check for where to find this table, and then it tells us it is on page 73. So on page 73, once again, the same rules apply. We look for the percent first, which is 8%, and then we drag it down to 5 years to see what our answer is. So from this table, our answer is 8.507729. 8.507729. Now, the next question says, what is the YP dual rate for 8 years at 8% remunerative, 3% net accumulative, and a tax of 30%? So the difference between this and the question we did earlier is that this one has an element of tax in it. Okay, so once again, we go to our content page to see where we can find it. And the content page tells us that it is on. So what we also want to look out for is the rates of the tax, because the pages are also divided according to the rate of the tax. So this is 30%, And according to this table, 30% is on page 429. So there are four details you want to look out for in this table. You want to look out for the sinking fund rates, which of course is at the topmost right corner of the page. You want to look out for the income tax, which is at the topmost left corner of the page. Then you also want to look out for your remunerative rate, which is the first row on your table, and then you want to look out for your number of years, which is the first column on your table. So quite a number of details to look out for, and a mistake in one of them can just give you a wrong figure and throw your whole calculation of balance. So we have the income tax of 30%, we have a sinking fund rate of 3%, we have a remunerative rate of 8%, and then we have a number of years. All right. So now getting to this table on page 438, which has all our details, all we have to do is now trace our remunerative rates down to a number of years. So we trace 8% down to 5, and then it gives us 2.8647. Our last question says, what is the annuity 1 naira will purchase? Remember that annuity is another name for annuity is the annual equivalent at 6% for 5 years. So once again, we're going back to our content table to find out where we can get our annuity table from. And the content table tells us that it is on page 157. It says annuity £1 will purchase single rate. So yes, it's possible to have dual rate for annuities too, but we are dealing with the single rate. So same rules apply. We look for the rate first, which is 6%, and then we bring 6% down to the number of years, which is 5 years, and we can see that on page 164, and that gives us 0.237396. 0.237396. All right, so we've pretty much gone through the most common tables usually used for valuation calculations, and I'm hoping that by now you now understand how to use your Parry table effectively so that you don't waste time, especially under examination conditions. Thank you so much for staying with me on this video. I look forward to meeting you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.